two, three, four.
How are we doing, guys? I heard you were asking about me and how I'm getting on. I've had 5 weeks in the van now, and to be honest with you, I'm absolutely loving the little place. To call that my home, with a front garden like this in the morning if I so desire, cliff top, sunrise, it's freeing. It's yeah, I feel blessed, to be honest with you. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to like come on here and act like it's all sunshine and rainbows and all that, 'cause it's not, you know, life is not like that. It's not a highlight reel, and there are ups and downs, and I've had some really crap days, to be quite honest with you, in these last 5 weeks. But then things like this make you appreciate like it's not all that bad. And like they say, anything in life worth having don't come easy, does it? And if you've got to go with your gut, and if something isn't right in your life, whatever that might be, you've got to do something about it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm winging it through life, as most of us are. So I'm not going to stay and try and give you some wise words. But what I will say is I'm enjoying waking up to things like that. So I'm going to soak that up while it's still here. And I'm going to get on with my day. Now, things might be a little bit backwardy because I've been filming as and when. My life is chaos right now. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to lie to you. But what I do want to show you right now in the video is this kind gifted box that's come in the post by yours truly, Flexcel. Now, I've worked with them a fair bit now. I've done videos on their headlamp and head torch, sorry, and their pump, their max pump free. Both really good. George Trex 15 will get you some money off both of them, and now it'll get you some money off of this. Now let's open it and see exactly what it is. So I reached out to Flexcel and I said, look, I'm full-time van lifing now. I've got an idea. Why don't we do some content on the Max shower? Because now I'm living out of it, I'm going to need a shower now and then. And also, running water means I can also do my dishes with a lot more ease. So here we are. Max shower is going to be well and truly tested. And I said to them, look, it's real time, it's honest, it's genuine, because I'm like, it's not just a weekend away. It's like a day-to-day usage of this, and that'll really test the durability and the quality of the shower, really. And then they kindly sent me a little Flexcel pillow as well for when I do go wild camping. That being said, I need to get out for a wild camp. I haven't been in 5 weeks that I've been living out of the van. Like I said, life has just been chaotic. The last thing I've been thinking about is slapping a tarp up in the woods and having a night. But it isn't gone, and it is coming back. Let's have a skeg of this. Well, I'll start off by setting it up. Bag's gone. Leave no trace, sunshine. Right, so what I will say off the bat is, it's just nice, isn't it? The presentation's cute. Bloody hell, I'm lobbing everything on the floor. Come here, you're not off in the sea today, sweetheart. I had a dip yesterday in the sea, just out there. Absolutely. Set me up for the day, it was lovely. I need to get back into my cold plunges. Obviously now I don't have a cold plunge. When I had the house, I did have like a cold plunge that I got in every now and then, and it was really refreshing. And there are loads of benefits, but really it was more the resilience of just making yourself do something you don't initially want to do. And that's exactly what it was yesterday. I mean, I did want to do it, but there's a little bit of naturally you don't want to get in cold water, do you? But anyway, I'm digressing. What I'm saying is, how nice of a case is that? Oh yeah. So basically what you've got yourself is like a little pump by the looks of things that you obviously stick the hose onto and then lob that into a bucket or something. I actually do have a little military surplus sort of fold away bucket of sorts, so that'll work perfectly for this. All right, just give me half a day and I'll be back with you when I've figured it out. I mean, to be honest with you, lad, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, this. Look at that. Hey, have a little shower, sunshine. Break from the ad. Just look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, very nice one for fish. Right, back to it. Oh, that's brilliant, because I definitely can't find the bucket that I've just talked about, that military surplus one that I have. So I must have left it at my grandparents', meaning I can't actually test this right now. So we'll come back to this. But yeah, you press a button, power, you dump it in, you turn this shower head clockwise, you have your shower. And I'm actually thinking like back here with the boot lid open, like that, yeah. You could even put like a little bit of a tarp round it, couldn't you? Like drape it over, come down, have a bit of privacy, peg it into the ground if you so desire. I mean, me, not shy, mate, so just get your willy out and have a shower. Do you know what I mean? If they want to, we've all got it, haven't we? Some are just bigger than others. Right, anyway, I'm gonna pack away and get going.
Follow me, sit a long black dress on Halloween.
Back at Dom's, and first job being getting the fridge actually wired in. I'm sick of thinking I'm gonna have myself a nice coffee with milk and realising I have no milk because I don't have myself a fridge. I'm gonna remove the passenger seat because I need to wire up, or at least attempt to make a start on wiring up the DC to DC, so the battery in the bonnet going through to the leisure battery, so when I'm driving it'll then charge it. So underneath the passenger seat I've actually got a little bit of a safe. This has like a jack and a power bank to jump start my van and that, but as you can see it's going to be a fiddly one because it's got 4 of these bolts and the back ones are just going to be an absolute laugh, aren't they? I just remembered then in the last video I didn't actually show you what this table also does. So say you want a bit of extra space, you lift mattress up, and pops away like that. Look at that. And then you've just got a little bit more living space if you don't need bed down. And with that being said, I needed to do that because all 4 bolts have been unbolted. That was not joyful. And I'm going to lift it out now, all being well. I've got myself the weakest power tool known to man. It's been absolutely haggard by Dom doing his vans and whatnot in the past, but little Torx up there. Oh, she's still got kick in her. Are you just going to pull out now? There's another one. I couldn't get into this Torx screw with the drill, so this little gadget, it's got in there nice, so it should, in theory, just come out now. Oh, there's another one, of course there is. Yes, finally. Right, what can we see then? Oh yeah, that's going to be quite easy, I think. He says there's a hole right underneath. Let me show you. So this hole, I believe, goes straight through into the bonnet, into the engine bay, where the battery will actually sit at this side of the vehicle. So obviously, you just feed the wires through here, underneath this lovely rubber mat, into these already existing looms, and then down the floor under the mat to the leisure battery, which is obviously usually tucked in there. So let's try and get this mat actually peeled back. Oh, not kneecap yourself on the bolts from the chair. Oh, it hurts. Hope it goes back in place. I'm hoping me lifting at least just this side up will give me enough clearance to do what I need to do. Right, let's get bonnet up and have a look at taking battery out. That's another issue I have that I need to look at, is the fact that this catch doesn't always release. You have to like finger it to get it up to open. Oh, he's done it. What a faff whenever it does that. Well, I was making life hard for myself there as per usual, because look, you can see light through this bad boy. Woo! And I was like trying to get it through a hole down here. You can see that white cable tie there. Yeah, sack that off. I believe that is looking promising. Right, keep your eyes out for a black and red wire. Come on, go on. There he is. See ya. So now what we're going to do is drill a hole through this rubber grommet so the wires do not rub on the metal hole that you can see there. And then, yeah, it's going to obviously feed straight to the battery once that goes back in. And then we have fun at the other end, sorting it all out, making it look pretty. And then we'll just shove them in there. Have a little look at me craftsmanship. Yes, right. So with duct tape, I'm now securing the cables in underneath the floor, so it doesn't have any room to play and move and potentially cause issues at a later date. So yeah, just making it as tidy as I possibly can. But I ain't the tidiest person, let's be honest. Right, that's good enough a job to me. So hopefully she all falls back into place. We've now got the wire running from the leisure battery behind the carpet. You can see it a little bit in the corner, but it is what it is. Runs down here and then up. You've seen me tape all this here so it stays in place. Up behind, underneath the seat, sorry, and into the little hole. Right, back up to the bonnet. So we've got some upgrades. We've got ourselves a new duvet because it's getting cold now, so a heavier tog is needed. And obviously that's an excuse to get myself some cute bedding. Got the lad with me as well.
Yeah, one for you.
Oh, these sweeties are banging. Oh, you couldn't possibly have one of these. Come here, I'll show you. Come here. Say hello. Wave at the camera, say hello. You lost your tongue? There's no way you don't talk. You don't stop.
You know.
Anyhow, without further ado, let's get duvet out and get it on bed. Ooh, it's going to be so cozy and toasty. I tell you what, you don't need to watch me make a bed.
I need to poo.
And that is where this trusty thing comes in now. Yeah, it is a bin by day, but come night, or whenever you need a poo, it's your toilet. Lift lid, do your business, wrap it up, take it to a bin. Another bin. Yeah, I'm coming. Tell you what, you don't need to watch me make a bed, yes. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do this. And there we go. Anything green, it's a bit of me. And actually, there is another one of the exact same set, but in brown, and I'm very tempted. Can I warrant 2 duvet sets, sir? I can't, because if I'm washing one, I need another. So there's my excuse. And that's that done. So that's going to take me into the colder months, coming into winter. It's going to be cozy at Christmas, isn't it? I'm going to have to get tinsel swinging from the blooming ceiling and whatnot, aren't I? But I'll tell you something else that I need to do, and that is getting the diesel heater in as soon as possible. I'm umming and ahhing whether to get my local mechanic, if he will, to actually fit it for me, or just give it a go like I've done the leisure battery myself. The only thing that I'm sort of iffy about is the fact that I'm going to have to cut a big hole in the floor of my van, like this, for the extraction for the exhaust. And that's a bit nerve-wracking, as well as I want it to connect to the actual tank of the van, so it's taking the diesel from the actual tank rather than have a secondary tank which is swishing about inside the cabin, inside here. because not only is this van small, so therefore it's taking up space that ideally I could do with having, but also it's going to potentially give a scent. You're going to smell it when you're in here. I've read up on it, and that can be a thing.
Daddy,
Yes,
come
mate.
here.
What?
Come here.
Are you building a castle with them rocks? That is wicked. Can I come over and play with you in a minute? So we're about 6 weeks deep into van life at this point, and my back's in bits, mate. I thought the bed was comfy, and it was comfy for the weekends away in the Lake District beforehand, but now I'm full-time. Now it's my house, and now it's my full-time bed. I feel like I'm deadlifting every single day, or some big hunky chunky man's having his way with me every night, but either way, something needs to happen. So got myself a few extra foam bits, just bits and bobs that I had kicking about in the shed. I had a few things left at my bushcraft shelter that I've just been down this morning to get. Now, bushcraft shelter, mice have been at it. They've left poo droplings on it, so I need to clean it. And then I've come around to my nan and granddad's, and they've got like a bed laid out for my little lad who he never uses it, basically. So I said, oh, can I use that? And they said, yeah, but they've got cats, and they've sprayed on it. Of course they've sprayed on it, so it stinks of cat piss, which we can't be having. So I'm thinking we'll lay each foam piece on these steps here, and I've got myself Zoflora and some antibacterial disinfectant that smells of pine. So we're just going to douse it and then spray the jet wash through it. Not too aggressively, because I'm fully aware it's probably going to rip the foam to smithereens if I do that. But that's my idea anyway. Let me think. So I've just boiled kettle, so I've got hot water with the Zoflora and the other antibacterial one. So I'm just going to douse this like this and then run jet wash through it. That's my idea, and hopefully cat piss will be no longer. Turn it round. Tell you what, I'll give that a minute to let it soak in, and I'll go and make another one of these. There's the second one made up. Let's get jet wash out and have a go. I mean, that is sopping now, that. This is as good as any way to dry it out as much as I can. So basically it's rinse and repeat with the rest of these foam blocks, and I won't show you anymore because that'll get really boring. This is the foam block that I got from the build, aka the bushcraft shelter that I was on about. So right in there, yeah, that's mouse droppings, that, mate. That stinks of shit. 2 days have passed, smelling super fresh. So we're gonna redo this makeshift bed. It has done the job for the last couple of days, but look at that. It is literally what I just said, makeshift. So got myself a bit more foam, including the stuff you've just seen me clean. I've got a few extra bits from the shed that I said as well, which is basically the same as what's under there. So I'm just gonna take all this out, rejig it, cut it to size, and see if I can make it a little bit more supportive. Now, these blocks are pretty much dry, although it was sat on a tarp, and obviously when the water drained from it, what happened, Jordan? Why didn't you think this through? It sat as a puddle, so it was always sat in a bit of water, really. So not my best thinking, but it is dry for the most part. It's very, very subtly, we'll call it damp. So I'm just going to put it in and hopefully not get mould. That'd be another episode, wouldn't it? Right, it needs to be done as soon as, really, as in the next hour or so, because I've actually got my lad who's currently, we're at my grandparents right now, and yeah, he's in their faster kit, but tonight it'll also be faster kit in here. So it needs to be comfy and ready for that, because he's camping with me tonight. We've got firewood on the lot. It's going to be a decent cozy one. Thing is with this like memory foam mattress topper is it's so flimsy. It's already got mad rips in it all the way down. I mean, look at that one. It's absolutely done in, isn't it? Look at the state of it. And I want to keep that one there because that's actually really comfy. I had a kip on it last night and it was just, yeah, like I said, supportive. Because like the foam's good, but it's not supportive. It's just comfy. Does that make sense? It doesn't really hold your weight that well. What I'm thinking is using these two blocks that are exactly the same as this foam, pretty much, as in material wise, maybe not. Yeah, not thickness. Of course it wouldn't be, that'd be far too convenient. But like, they're just going to be more supportive for like the hip and whatnot. Now I'm going to need a Stanley knife, but I'm actually thinking bread knife is going to be more efficient. It's going to be more of a saw because of the sheer thickness of it. Nicked his parking space, on her. Nicked me granddad's space, on her. It's right outside the house. It's just convenient for doing this. Yeah, snooze you lose, mate. You snip to the shops, parking space in here now, sweetheart. So I guess what I'm doing here is just trial and error. I'm trying to piece it all together, like I said earlier, like a jigsaw puzzle, and see what works best with what. Like I said, this foamy stuff is comfy, but not supportive. So I'm thinking ankles and legs. It's not like weight bearing, is it? Where hips and shoulders, head, on this thicker stuff, although as you can see there is a divot there where this is just thicker. So I'm going to use that memory foam that I've just shown you, that blue stuff that's breaking apart, to cover that side. It's absolute bodge job, isn't it? I guess I need to stop faffing about. I'm just dithering because I'm worried, because once you make a cut, the cut's there, innit? But we're just going to have to get into it. There goes now. So I've cut myself an absolute bodge job of a corner. I mean, it's so impossible. You're just hacking at it. It's horrible to cut that. So now I've got a right dodgy little shape. Can you see it? It sort of goes in a little bit more, and I'm going to use this foam to try and cut said shape using my eye. I'm not using a ruler. Who's this, half a job? Yes, it is. It's one of them, mate. Like, I need the job doing. I'm knackered. And that, yeah, that's my excuse to be why I'm being shit, basically. How nice would it be if the offcut actually fit somewhere else on the bed as well? What dreams are made of, mate. Neighbours are watching, they'll be like, won't pay him for a job. Let's see if this actually fits. He's done this before, this lad. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Look at her. Very nice. Now just that corner to do. And then the leg area. Then obviously I need to sort out this square because this obviously comes off whenever I'm doing cooking and stuff on my table. What was I saying about? Imagine if the offcut actually works. So I've just crammed that in there as is. There's a little gap there, but I mean, it'll be fine. Just need to cut this tiny little knob off here. Would it be worth just doing that? Yeah, it's probably better just doing that, isn't it? Ta-da! Sorted. Right, let's go stick that on. Yeah, happy with that. All right, moment of truth. Does it fit? So there's a gap there. Quite a big gap. What the hell? I don't even know how to manage it. This is why you should do measurements, mate, and not try and bodge it. Well, that's me done. That's all right. It's as level as it's going to get. I've faffed with this far too long now. It's 5:30. Want to get up to the woods and have a 5-mile lad before it gets dark. That is ridiculously high. It's like Princess and a Pea, but that'll do for today. Morning. I can confirm bed is definitely a lot comfier. Thank goodness. My back is going to be of a 31-year-old and not an 80-year-old again. Yes. But we've got a few jobs to do around the van, little tiny things that we're just going to slapdash and get done now. The first one is grabbing myself this spare net curtain. Net curtain, not a net curtain, is it? Net. What do you call this? Storage netting? What is wrong with me? My head's gone. Anyway, yeah, storage netting, like I got on the side of the wall. I'm thinking, slap it above passenger. Very rarely does anyone sit in the passenger other than my little lad, and he's a hobbit, so he's like here. So it's never going to be a head issue. It's not going to get in the way of his nut. So yeah, slap it up there. Like I said, little van. So whenever you can make more storage and more space within the little van, you make it. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if the material on the roof is as good as like the wall, because the wall's like a felty material. We'll give it a go. I mean, it's up there, isn't it? But I can feel the Velcro sort of struggling to keep grip. Sod it. Now, the second thing is this carbon monoxide alarm. Pressed test bikes and the other day, listen to this. Oh, it's honest. I don't know if it picks up on there, but it is. Yeah, you've probably clicked off the video. It was that piercing, broken your telly. Well, you only have to beat once, lad. But yeah, anyway, that is awful. So imagine that going off in the night. You would, yeah, you'd poo yourself. Anyway, right. So we need to stick it somewhere because I don't know if you saw, but not last weekend, was it? There was a couple in the Peak District and they were found dead in the van. And I assume it's because I'm pretty sure I heard they cooked in the van, carbon monoxide buildup, or maybe it was a diesel heater, but carbon monoxide did them dirty and they're no longer. So we don't want that, do we? We don't want to be dying in the van. It's a bit of a crap way to end this series, isn't it? So we're going to slap this somewhere. So I've got myself these little Velcro strips that I've used for other things around the joint. So I'm just going to, I've only got 2 left, so hopefully that'll do the job. Do I put it here? Do I put it over? Do I put it on the roof, mate? Do I put it on roof, kid? I think we put it on roof, you know. Do we? Do we do that? Or do I just stick it here? Why is that sticky so bad? Right, we aren't doing that job today then. Well, this video is genuinely a true representation of how my life is now. It's hit and miss. It's all over the place. Like, you know, it's dotted from one minute I'm whapping out a Flextail shower, then I'm sorting some foam out, and then I'm here back to where the video started. I mean, what a spot. This has got to be my favourite spot of van life so far that I've experienced and I've come across. But I'll tell you something, it is not as warm as it was the last time I was up here. It is nivered. I'm nivered rather, so I'm going to put gloves on, got my down jacket on, and I'm going to bid you farewell. That's the end of the episode. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit more structured, but that's life sometimes. Sometimes you can't plan it all, can you? So without further ado, I'll see you in a bit, guys. I'm going to enjoy a bit of this, get coffee on.